This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. Are you looking for sealed product and singles? You can find it all on Channel Fireball. Please use my Tailmon affiliate code when checking out to help support my content. Looking for PTGO codes? Potown Store has all the latest sets and promos, instantly delivered to your email. You can use Tailmon code when checking out for 5% off. If you're from Europe, Millipots Gaming has a wide array of sealed products, singles, and more. You can use Tailmon code when checking out for 5% off. Card Market is Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon cards. Whether you're looking for sealed product or singles, vintage or the latest sets, just follow the link in the description to find what you need. Want to show off your love for Tablemon? Check out my 2021 merch. These new hoodies and shirts are available on Amazon. Click on the link in the description to get yours. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing with the Japanese national champion deck. So in Japan they already have the evolving skies equivalent, so they have the evolution VMAX Pokemon such as Umbreon, which is really powerful, Leafeon, Sylveon, all of that. They have Rayquaza VMAX, they have Suicune V, so they have a very different format. However, the deck that ended up winning was this one that you're seeing on screen, Shadow Rider Calyrex Alcremie VMAX, and in fact they didn't utilize, like, this is actually standard legal, so that's really cool. They played, I believe, 9 rounds on day 1, and then they played a top 64 best of 3 to determine the champion, and this was the winner. Yeah, so I figured why not give it a go. Obviously it was good enough to win the Japanese national championship, probably one of the toughest tournaments in the world, so why not give it a try in the standard PTGO ladder. We have Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX using Underworld Door, attaching extra psychic energy from our hand to our bench Pokemon and drawing 2 cards whenever we do it. We have the Max Guided Attack doing 10 damage plus 30 more free psychic energy in play, which is pretty fantastic. We have Gengar Q with the Poltergeist attack to punish big hands by doing 50 damage for each trainer you find in your opponent's hand, and we have 4 House GX to essentially not only draw cards but also get a free turn pretty much, which is pretty good. And then of course we have the Alcremie VMAX, which has the Adornment attack. For each of your bench Pokemon, you search your deck for a psychic energy card and attach it to that Pokemon and shuffle your deck. So a way to accelerate energies, but also focused on G-Max Whisk, which does 60 damage for each card you choose to discard for each energy you choose to discard from your Pokemon. So a lot of synergy between both attacks, but Shadow Rider obviously powers up extra energies. G-Max Whisk can one-shot anything, and when one-shotting a 3-prizer wins you half the game, it's definitely going to be worth it. We also have access to Trevenor's attack, Night Watch to attack a hand, and we can power it up out of the blue pretty nicely to attack an opponent's hand, put them to very few cards. And we also have Paleman GX to eliminate energy from a Pokemon, try to trap them in the active by discarding them all, and if they don't retreat then they get immediately knocked out. Support wise, we have Marshadow, Dedenne, and Crobat. And then a lot of consistency with the 4 Research, 4 Marnie, only 2 Boss this time around, but we do have 4 Quick Ball, 4 Fog Crystal, 2 Pokecoms, and 2 Incense to search for our evolved Pokemon. We have 13 basic energy. We also have Training Core to continually recover energies as well. And therefore, let's jump into the ladder and see what we can do with the Japanese national champion deck. Let's find our first opponent here. Probably gonna play anywhere between 2 to 3 games and see how we do right here. All right. My opponent losing the coin flip. I think going first definitely makes sense with this deck. You get to potentially evolve. You also get free-ish turns through Gengar Q if you need them. Now, who do I start with? I reckon the Alcremie actually. I don't think I'll be leading with an attack with Alcremie, but I might. I think I'll still do this. Yeah. I don't think you lead with Alcremie VMAX. Alcremie VMAX is usually going to be the late game closer. Seems like we're up against Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX with Intillion, so that should be a fairly good matchup. Yeah, I don't have a great hand. I don't have a bad hand either, but I think I'm just gonna pass here, and then I might just end up quick balling for Dedenne. If Dedenne is not there, then quick balling for Crobat. If neither is there, then I quick ball for something, and then Pokegummit for a Shadow Rider VMAX and use Underworld Door, but hopefully that's not the case. Alright, so Jirachi GX definitely indicates Rapid Strike. Urshifu, if the Rapid Strike energy wasn't enough of an indication, but this is absolutely Rapid Strike. Urshifu, and we had seen the Stone energy in the mulligan, so all but confirmed, and we're about to see the Rapid Strikes for sure. Well, Rapid Strike, I guess, just the one. That is a fantastic, fantastic top deck. So I honestly think I'm just gonna establish another of these guys. I think that works. Let's go ahead and attach. Let's go ahead and do this, and we'll just go ahead and research. We have tons of Shadow Riders, we have tons of energies left. This is looking pretty good so far. So we'll power ourselves up pretty nicely. Wow, we have all of our Shadow Rider Calyrexes. I don't think I'll be needing all four, so I'm just gonna keep my bench space open for now. So I'll go ahead and Max Geist, take this first KO pretty easily and pretty nicely. Ideally, my three prizes could be Sobble, Jirachi GX into a Rapid Strike KO. That would be good. I'm not super scared of the Rapid Strike VMAX, and I also could generally just potentially one-shot the VMAX if the combination of cards happened. I would need a switch. Yeah, overall it's possible, not super likely, but it is possible. Definitely is possible. Alright, my opponent plays a boss. That's a stalling tactic. Has to use another Rapid Strike energy. So I'd say, unless I don't find a switch, my opponent's chances are very, very low right now of winning. I will go ahead and attach energy to the active. Don't think I want to thin anything. I do have all three switches available, so... Well, you know what? I don't think I'll be using... Well, I don't know if I'll be using them. I don't think I'll be using Trapmore. I'm pretty sure I won't be using Trapmore. And... Gengar Q... There's potential merit to Gengar Q, but overall, not that much. I'll just research here. Keeping the bench space open in case I need to delay change. I do find the switch. That's pretty fantastic right here. I'll continue to draw. And I do get another VMAX. Perfect. So now I just switch. I'll utilize my ability once again. Don't want to play my stadium down. I could get the third. Never mind. I did thin the Gengar Q. I was thinking I could get a basic, but I did discard that. It's fine. We're such in a good spot. We have 6 energies down. We can power up all 3 VMAX at any point we need to. My opponent did nothing essentially last turn other than thin, so the chance of him doing anything differently are very low. And then once we take the next knockout, all we need to do is take down a VMAX to win the game. So should be good. Should be good right here. I don't see how my opponent could possibly win, because I don't have like Crobat or Detonate down either, so... Alright, we're gonna go boss to stall yet again, and then immediately concede, yeah. Alright. So, easy win, but we essentially played against nothing. My opponent did nothing, applied 0 pressure, didn't pressure any of my resources. Like, the highest pressure play was me looking for that switch the last turn. That was the biggest thing, right? And it's not that big a deal. So up against VS Seeker, that sends a heart. So we'll send a heart back, because I do like VS Seeker, the card. I don't know who VS Seeker the person is, but I do like the card a lot. Okay. So I did mulligan once. My opponent playing a metal deck also mulliganed. Interesting. Bronzong with Bird Keepers. I mean, if there's Bronzong and there's energy transfer and there's Aurora energies, you have to expect Moltres, right? You have to expect Galarian Moltres V. Can I do anything about it? Probably not. Okay. This is looking pretty okay. Just go ahead and pass here. Best case scenario, I top deck a Psychic Energy, which is definitely possible. I could also dig for Psychic Energy, like just in terms of trying to apply early pressure. Right? Alright. Escape Rope. Balloon, Pokecom, Bronzong. What are we gonna search for here? The Bronzer, okay. Could evolve on turn 1. And let it change away, 2 metals. Could get Saucer, Bronzong, ADP, Aurora, etc. Okay, so we do see some Magenta. So that does mean we have to be careful with that, obviously, and our G-Maxes. VMAXs, sorry. And I will need to use the tag teams to deal with this guy, most likely. Okay, so I do top deck an energy. So, I think I'll just power up Trevor here. Yeah, sure, why not? I can attach and then go ahead and research. Alright, so all I'm missing is a switching card. And I can't actually attack with Trevor right here. Well, a switching card and an energy. I just got the other energy. I still need a switching card or an Air Balloon. Okay, got neither. I guess I don't mind. They're clearly not playing. Yeah, I think it's worth digging. They're clearly not playing Path to Peak, right? It would be really weird to play Path to Peak and a Satians and a Zenta to then a Crobat deck. Alright. We got what we wanted. Really good. I guess I'll bench the Alcremie because I have these two for draw. So it should be fine. And now I threatened that to kill this. I take away resources, took away the Marnie and the boss. Both cards could have been used to... Like, I'd rather get Marnied than bossed right here. So we do see the Pokecom to Magenta for the second Crobat that my opponent plays, alright. Pretty nice hand. Okay. They do commit the energy to Station. They need another Saucer and a switching card if they're gonna attack this turn. Okay. Well, that's not ideal. It's definitely not ideal. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. If I get all 7 energy in play, and if I get another switching card, then once again, I will be able to get a one-shot here. So I'm gonna put 1 energy on Alcremie, just in case. Get a training court. Need is a switch. No switch for me. So I guess I GX here? Is that really my play? To go for the GX. I guess it is. It's not the biggest of deals. I'm not super happy about it, but my opponent didn't play a supporter, so it might not have one. And they are now down 2 switching cards. Well, no way. Bird Keeper into double saucer plus attachment? No? Oh wow. They're gonna knock me out with Crobat. Okay. I mean, that's fair, right? That is fair. Nice. Nice. Jeez. Jeez Louise. I mean, that was definitely a nice play by my opponent. They have to be running low on energies now. I will be taking a knockout right here, which is pretty impactful. Okay, so let's go. Underworld Door onto you. Okay. So let's bench you, and let's go Underworld Door onto you, just in case. Okay. And then, like, I don't want to play this stadium just yet, because it could benefit my opponent. But I think it'll just benefit me more overall. So I'll go ahead and Marnie away their hand. They did just get 3 prizes, not something I want to have from them, obviously. So now I'll use my stadium, and I have 7 energy in play. I will max Geist for the knockout, leaving them once again with 0 energies in play. I had priced both Alcremie VMAXs, so now we have access to them, which is great. Really, really great. We see some Magenta, which is not a problem overall. A Heads on Turbo Patch could be a problem. Ugh, jeez. What the heck, dude? What the heck? Ugh. They flipped heads on both, right? Okay. So they need 2 trainers in their hand for me to knock them out and commit all the energies. That just killed me. That counter stadium just completely killed me because I'm drawing dead. Wow. I'm gonna lose because of that. Okay, maybe I'm not going to lose because of that. What a game, man. What? These Marnies. These Marnies are killer. I still have half my supporters left with 17 cards. I don't think I had a supporter in my previous hand either. Okay, they just Intrepid Sword. Okay. Speaking of supporters, right? Okay. No boss for me. Sucks. If they have a way to go boss, KO, and Gengar Q, then that's it for me. Nothing I can do. If I evolve, then they go boss KO because this guy's weak to metal. So that is one thing I absolutely cannot do. Okay. So I should just take the knockout, right? Oh my gosh. I can't take the knockout. I forgot I was up against this dude. Oh, I just misplayed so bad. I just did that. I actually just did that. Oh my god. I in fact just did that. Wow, Paolo. I apologize. That was extremely bad on my part. I completely disregarded the fact that there was a Samazenta in the active spot. Completely disregarded that. Now a double boss could win my opponent the game. Wow. That was awful. I apologize for that. I am very embarrassed about doing that. I even top decked the research to get me out of the draw situation. Yep, there's the boss. Okay, so double boss wins it for my opponent, as mentioned. And they're only down one. Double boss wins it for my opponent. I don't have a boss. I mean, I guess I'll just look at my demise right here. Yep, there's a boss. That was so stupid of me, not gonna lie. That was extremely stupid on my part. I completely forgot that I couldn't attack this Amazonta. Completely. And that should have been a win. That should have absolutely been a win. The fact, like how they drew though, of the Marnie and flipping the heads, it led to all these convoluted scenarios, but 100%, like, the game was under my control. It's my bad that I lost completely. I got the energy I needed to attach to Gengar Q, take a knockout, that was it. That's all I needed to do, and I didn't do it. So, no excuses, it's all on me. That loss was 100% my fault for going into automatic pilot, right? My mind switched off, completely disregarded the fact that there was a Zamazenta in the active, that I couldn't damage with my active, and the one energy that I needed, that I did get, I didn't attach to the right Pokemon, because I was in automatic pilot mode, as mentioned. Very silly, Paolo. Very silly. Alright, I don't know what I'm up against, so I'm just gonna lead with this. I have mulliganed quite a bit with this deck so far, even though I have like quite a good number of basic Pokemon. Alright. So we're up against that. Double Calyrex plus attachment on the active plus Crobat. Pretty good start, I would say. Pretty good start. There's no need to Crobat because there's very few cards that I could draw. Like a Crobat for 3 here. There's very few cards that I could draw that would actually be playable or useful. So if I get Marnie, then at least I can still use Crobat, right? So that's why I chose not to Crobat. I can't draw cards. I don't need to draw cards. That deck doesn't play Path to a Peak. I'm sure there's some variant that plays it, but usually they don't. So, we'll see. I'm so embarrassed about the previous loss though. So embarrassed. Like, that was awful. Awfully played on my part. Awfully played. Such a dumb mistake. It's not even a mistake, it's just me being dumb, not paying full attention to what I need to do. Well, there's the Path to the Peak. What? You're joking, right? You're absolutely joking. Since when does this deck play Path to the Peak? What the heck? Oh my gosh, please play the Crobat. Oh my gosh, dude, are you freaking serious? Wow. What? The one Rillaboom deck that plays Path to the Peak searches for the Path to the Peak, plays it down, and then searches for Crobats and plays it down. I don't understand. That was a magical moment of PTCGO. That was truly magical. Okay, well, I'm about to get wrecked by this dude. There's no way he has 6 cards, right? But the chances of him having some off of 8 cards are much higher than off of 4 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, it's a Delmines VMAX deck too. What the heck am I up against? And I'm gonna lose because there's the one deck that plays Path to the Peak. Immediate benching of the Marshadow. That is peculiar, to say the least. Okay, so they're gonna heal 30. Yeah, I'm not in a good spot for sure. Not in a good spot for sure. Especially if they use their GX attack here, which I would be very surprised if they did. Okay. What even is this game, man? I want to lose to the guy that plays Path to the Peak plus Crobat on turn 1. Okay, at least you survive. A hit if I need you to. Alright, so now I have balls and stamps. Does hitting for 10 ever matter? No. They GX. Alright, so I am able to get Marshadow and Crobat. So there's a chance I get a KO right here. I'll do Crobat for 5. Then I have access to Underworld Door, so now I'm looking for a switching card. I have triple Underworld Door, in fact. I'll keep this for Detonate just in case. I'm hoping I won't need to use that. Okay, so tons of energies being drawn right here. I'm just gonna thin. Yeah, let's go big. If I get if I get this KO, I should be in a potentially game-winning scenario, right? There's the thing. Perfect. Okay, should be good now. Well played. Beautiful Marnie that I drew ended up saving my butt. I'll keep the stadium just in case they play a second Path to the Peak for whatever reason. And there we go. Yeah, that game, I'm really sorry. That was just inexcusable. Losing against that Bronson box deck was completely inexcusable. Because even though they were drawing almost perfectly and flipping the heads on the turbo patches and attacking and whatnot, the game was in my hands and I completely threw it away and botched it. Deck's pretty good, of course. I feel like Path to the Peak is a little too popular right now, especially with Shadow Rider VMAX decks going around, that you might need at least a second Marshadow in the list, or maybe even a third Stadium, just in case, because only 3 counters to Path to the Peak feels a little on the lower end, honestly. Like on the greedier end. Obviously, it worked for this player, winning an over 1,000 player tournament. Pretty, like, that has a lot of merit, but the triple, I'd love to see like his matchups and how many Path to a Peak, heavy Path to a Peak decks they played against, right? Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.